Hey, y'all, it's Casey Hope with Pizzazz Art Studio, and I am back with another 10-minute lesson. Now, today, it is not necessarily going to be a project that I challenge myself to do in 10 minutes, but it's going to be a lesson to you on how to do some hand lettering, how to think about laying out your lettering, how to use tracing paper to help you. So it's going to be a quick 10-minute lesson. So grab a piece of paper, and I think you will enjoy this. Let me take myself out of the camera, pull everything down. All right, so one question we get asked a lot is, how do I know how to lay things out? Well, here's the deal. It does take a little bit of figuring it out, a little bit of work, a little bit of trying this and then trying that. So today we're going to take one phrase. I'm going to show you how I think about laying it out and how there's never just one right way. And then I'm on this tracing paper just to show you how you can practice on this, and then you can put it underneath another piece and you can have a final piece that you really like. So if we are going to letter "Fear is not my future," okay, so that I love that song by Brandon Legg. You know, it's that fear is not my future, you are. So I want to do "Fear is not my future." So the first thing I want to do is think about those main words. So I know I want future, okay? So future is going to be down here, a line down here. I'm just drawing my lines right now. So future is going to be big down here. Fear is another one. So I could do fear right here. And then maybe is not my, those are smaller words, okay? So do you see how I'm just thinking of the placement first? That's one way I could do this. So let me go ahead and letter this based on this layout. So I'm going to go do future first. We're doing it one stroke at a time. Do y'all notice I just did the same stroke 3 times? Down and up, down and up, down and up. A lot of these things, and watch this. Down and up. This is for F-U-T. Down and up. Now I'm going to come up for R. Okay, and then all right, so now I'm going to do fear, and I'm going to kind of have that come down over here, that drop down, that descender. And then is not my, I don't have to go exactly on this line because I'm seeing if I'm on this line, there's a really big gap. So I'll just kind of probably scoot it over a bit. All right, so there is one way to lay this out. Okay, I'm not going to do my final version just yet. I'm going to try maybe one more layout. Come down just a bit. So I could, let's see, let's turn it this way. And we could have like fear being big right here. Is not my, and then have future being here. Okay, just a thought. So let's give that one a try. So okay, I got that. I got this line right here. That's not going to work. I'm going to scoot it over a little bit, but I can still have is my right here, or is not. Maybe to balance it out, I'll kind of stretch it a bit. Now I did purposely on this Y not drop down too low because I know that I'm going to have a word here. So if I would drop too low, I knew it would get all into this. So fear is not mine. And let's go for future. All right, so from here, I've done 2 different layouts, kind of thinking through it. And then I can add embellishments. I can figure out the rest after I figure out my layout. So all I'm going to do is make a decision. I like this one better. So I'm going to push this one to the side. Right. And from here, I can say, okay, is there any other tweaks I want to make before putting it on my final piece? Like there's a little bit about this F that I don't love. Like I feel like that maybe it needs a little bit of a space in between that. If I wanted to add any other embellishments, I could. So like if I wanted any of this to, I don't really love that because it looks like an E, but I'm just showing you. I could have done, I don't have a good eraser. Probably could have done just a little smaller something. But here's the deal. Even though I just did something that I don't love, it's not a big deal because this is not my final piece. This is something that is going to go under a piece of paper for me to do something that I do love. So even without an eraser, I can just maybe think like maybe this. Do I like that? Not really. Maybe like this. I'm just kind of looking through. I like that better. I like this better than any of the other ones. And then maybe. Okay, so do you see how right here you can just start tweaking because this is not your final piece. This is your practice page where you're getting your layout right and you're just kind of figuring out what you like. Then now you could also do this on copy paper. You don't have to do this part on tracing paper. But what's so great about tracing paper is after you have worked on your outline, you can put it up underneath. You've kind of worked on your layout and you've added your embellishments. Then you can put it underneath and have it for your final piece. So I'm just going to grab a Crayola marker and I'm going to trace over what I've done. I'm not going to trace over the things that I don't like, just over what I've done. All right, and there I can take this away. And now I have got a really good start of my layout. And y'all, we're only 7 minutes in. So I told you this was going to be a less than 10-minute class. So I still have time to show you a little bit more. All right, so I've shown you how to kind of lay things out, shown you how to use tracing paper. And now I'm going to show you how to thicken the downstroke. That always makes things kind of have a good push and pull, kind of makes it have that faux calligraphy look. So I am going to, just with the side of this marker, remember, this is just a Crayola Super Tip marker. This is not like anything super expensive. You can get these at most drugstores. But everywhere that my hand would naturally go down as I'm drawing or writing is what I'm going to thicken. So for example, up, down, up, over, across. Okay, so this was the only downstroke. Up, down, up. So this is the downstroke. That's how I'm picking where to thicken. Anywhere that my hand naturally goes down as I'm lettering gets a little bit thicker line. I purposely try not to touch the others. I want there to be a good contrast between the thick lines and the thin lines. That's what makes this look so good. If you trace over everything with a double layer of color, it's just going to all look big and bold, which is fine. It's just not the look that I'm going for here. I want to go for that faux calligraphy look. So in order to do that, we only touch the thick parts. We don't touch the little thins. That way there's good contrast between the thicks and the thins. So there we have it, y'all. We got it. We got it. Less than 10 minutes. You got a fun little lettering lesson. So hope you liked it. If you liked it, if you're giving this a try, if you love this song, any of the things, be sure to leave us a comment, subscribe to this channel, and like this video. That helps us to just to have more people seeing what we do, and it helps us to know that you're watching this. And also, If you don't know already, every single month, Kaylee will go through our videos. Somebody who has done all three of those things, liked our video, subscribed, and left a comment, she randomly draws to send prizes to. And so she will be contacting the winner of all the different videos. So all you gotta do is leave a comment, like it, and subscribe to this channel. And if you know somebody who needs this message, that fear is not their future, maybe just letter this for them and send it to them on a card, on a quick text, the song, I don't know. Or if you just know somebody who is getting into hand lettering and would love a quick little lesson, you can send it to them too. We would appreciate the share. All right, y'all, that's it for now. We will see you next week. See ya, see ya.